All right, it looks like we are live. Surprise Sunday stream to go ahead and hunt some quarters, and that's what we're going to do. So, it appears I have all the cameras working this time around, and we're going to get started. So, got my tray, or at least a tray. Some of our rolls, it's a mixed bag. We have $400 in quarters. Most of them are like bank wrapped. We have a few on the top, probably around $90 it looks like, in customer wrapped. So we're gonna go just through, grab as we go, and see what we get. I need a drink. I should have grabbed a drink before we got started. Oh well, I'll go in a minute. So, first roll, of course, always I start streaming and something happens. Lyle, welcome in. Hey, I know. I got them. They're posted. I haven't sent them out. The first go round of me attempting to send them out late didn't go very well because I tried to do the put it in my mailbox thing, and apparently I don't have like a flag on it, so they fell down in the bottom, and I guess the guy just drops the mail and doesn't check. But I threw something else in there for the delay. But they're going out. I'm dropping them off at the mailbox today. Oh, well, now everybody's showing up. Hey, Frostbite. Mr. 1K, or more than 1K now. Oh, that's interesting. Check this out. Let me refocus here. It's like glue. Like, I don't know. Somebody had the back on display maybe, and they glued the front so they could display the back. I'm not sure, but that's definitely glue on that Washington quarter. Throw that one to the side for sure. Anyhow, I hope everybody is having a good Sunday. I've had a lazy weekend. I've gotten into some of the live streams and things, but other than that, I haven't really done much. Which is kind of good sometimes. It's good to be lazy. Annette, welcome in. It's good to see you. Captain Vic, welcome. Thank you for coming in. We got some decent looking statehood quarters in here, which doesn't necessarily mean anything, but they look, it could be on the the verge of maybe some kind of collection dump. This is what I'm meaning by that. I know it looks like a lot of chatter on the camera, but the fields are relatively unscratched. Front looks, yeah, decent. Maybe we have a roll dump or a collection dump of some kind. It's kind of upsetting though when you start seeing the state quarters, it looks dumped, because likely somebody went through and then just dumped off the statehood because some coin shop told them they're not really worth much more than their face value, which is kind of true, but it doesn't stop me from keeping them by the roll when I find them. So I have, God, I think it's probably like $600 or $700 in statehood quarters and rolls that other people have collected on my behalf. Oh, I did enjoy this morning's stream, aside from the technical issues with Keith, which I was trying to wrap my head around it. He live streams often, so he knows how to do it. I was very surprised that he was having issues, and then something happened there when he was messing around with stuff, and he came through perfect for like 5 or 10 seconds. So I'm kind of thinking it was like some kind of cable issue, maybe something not plugged in all the way, or had to be something like that, because he knows what he's doing, right? But yeah, other than that, it was a good stream. I did like the fact that you said you were going to go over the new monetization policy. See, this is interesting. It's got that, like, what Frostbite would tell me, those are feeder lines, I believe, across the coin, and it's got all that toning. But then look at the back. So I think maybe this was in somebody's book. I don't know. We are working on quarters, about $400 worth. We're just gonna go through them, see if we find anything crazy. Hopefully some silver, but I'm not holding my breath. Quarters are a little rougher to find the silver in, but it can still happen. Hasn't happened for a while, I think, for me. But then again, like I said, I've been getting all these statehood and national park quarter dumps from other collectors. So, see, there's a really nice, what is that? Philly, Montana? No, Nevada. Really nice. So maybe we do. Maybe we have some sort of collection dump, at least in the circulated rolls. So we'll see. On to roll number 2. Appreciate everyone for coming and hanging out. I'm probably going to leave town this week for some work travel, and I wanted to get through these coins, hopefully, before I leave. Come on, roll. What's going on here? Well, that's not coin friendly. Don't bang them together. So, I am working on something fun. I don't know how it's going to go quite yet. I have a good feeling it should go all right. But in somewhere around a week or two, I have some stuff coming that'll be content related, and it should be interesting for all of us. Kind of an experiment. And so that will be interesting. And I know most of the stuff's coming, like, I think early this week. But then the silver, I don't know when the silver's coming. So that might be a minute. But whatever it does, I'm going to have some interesting content there. Some tests and some things to see how we can save money on buying silver. Just an idea, something fun I've been wanting to do for a while. So now that I think, seems like I have everything back up and running on my computer, at least this go around. Yeah, see, look at this. So again, like little bits of minor chatter, but look at all them fields. Little bit of chatter, but that's not seeing a lot of circulation. The copper still isn't toned up on the edge. So we definitely are dealing with some kind of collection dump. There's a New York. Oh yeah, the like button. Remember that thing? So yeah, work's gonna kill me over this summer. I'm almost certain of that. Little bits of travel here and there. I got a lot of projects going on, which makes, the work a little crazy. But we'll make it through. The only upsetting thing is the holiday season's right around the corner after that, and that is worse than whatever's going on now. So it's not going to get very much better for me anytime soon. Yeah, we got a lot of these really decent looking statehood. Again, not impossible, but I'm kind of thinking somebody dumped some stuff. It'd be nice if they dumped a W. 65, 84, 91. Okay. Now the next one is a bankroll. Hawaii Ender on one side. Who knows? We'll find out. So, I got a few other projects going on too that I'm trying to stay on top of. I was doing some of the repairs around the house. The other day I did some drywall patching that I've needed to do since I got the darn place and just finally got around to doing it. So that's good. But other than that, it's been kind of like a lazy time. I haven't been making a whole lot of videos. I did make one on Just Wrench It. Put something over there. I got one scheduled for this channel. It's either tonight or tomorrow. I'll have to look. And yeah, the travel makes it hard to do videos. You guys have seen me try to do a few things in the past while I was traveling, but even that's kind of rough. But I might have a solution. I think I'm just gonna take this darn webcam, this one here, with me when I travel. That way I can just hook it up to my work computer and stream that way if I happen to want to do that. River of No Return, but it's a Denver. Decent looking Arizona. No Cactus Die Chip. eBay's been going really good too. Not crazy, because I never did like a giant listing because of the silver price jump. I just didn't want to come off of anything knowing that it was a little more valuable. But coins and other things that I have on there, things have cycled through pretty well. I'm not trying that hard, so I don't mind my level of sales, but I mean, probably right now, probably like about four sales a month. Not trying very hard, so that's always nice. I'm not making a whole lot of money on most items. In a lot of cases, maybe like a couple bucks on something, and that's it. So, and that's all well and good. I'm sure it'll, just like the YouTube thing, it'll kind of roll over time. Jimmy Lacari's here. Oh boy, there goes the neighborhood. I haven't seen Siren, but who knows what stream she might be in. I don't know who's all on. I was hanging out with Frostbite earlier, as he mentioned, and now I just, like I said, wanted to get... What is that? What? So this one's weird. It looks like toning, but there's like nothing on the coin, almost like chemicals, but it hasn't really hurt the surface, it doesn't feel like. And then the back too. That's a really weird stain or toning, whatever that is. It's not like anything on the coin. It's almost like burnt, but I don't see any like real damage to the surface. That's weird. Coin Junkies here. Oh, I'd love some 90%. The prices are still up on 90%, pretty high. I was looking around the other day, and Constitutional's still a bit of a premium. It always kind of is, but it's still up higher than I'd like to see it, that's for sure. I bought a really nice walker the other day, and some, like, I think like a seated quarter. There's chatter on it and stuff, but there's a half decent 77. I mean, nothing to write home about, but just interesting when you see one that old that doesn't look completely beat up. What? Okay, so this one, is that like full breast feathers? Let's get down on this one. Holy, I might keep this one. It's a 98, but look at the chest on that eagle. I know the light's not doing it a whole lot of justice. Let me see if I can come at it from a better angle. Look at that. All of them. I don't see if maybe there's a little wear. Maybe right there in the center one. It looks a little larger than the others, but it's hard to tell. But that looks really good. I mean, minor chatter and stuff, but it's a 1998P. I'm going to keep that one. Definitely. 2021, no crown. Salt River, but it's a filly. And Ada Mae Wong. So, yeah, I don't know. It's been a good couple of weeks, I think, just in general. I think summer weather is kind of hit or miss so far for us. Seems to be a lot of storms and stuff. So that kind of sucks. It was raining like an hour or two ago, and like thunderstorming, but I think we're done for the day, so maybe I'll be able to get out and mow the grass by the time the evening comes. See, it's a really nice Hawaii too. So we're getting something going on here. A lot of these really nice older coins. I'm not going to keep it because I think I got probably 2 rolls of them, but I'm hopeful we see something better in here. So, I mean, yeah, it's got to be, yeah, if anything, it's very lightly circulated, if at all. I shouldn't touch it with my fingers, but you get the drift. Yeah, see, here's another one of those Hawaiis. Doesn't look like it's seen a day of circulation. Is that another eagle? 97, but it's got a big scratch on it. It's pretty close to the condition of the other. Nah, it's a lot worse. Now that I see the dings in the hair and stuff, but the reverse still. Yeah, see, there you go. You can see that little more wear on the breast feathers. Alright, we'll chuck through them. We'll chuck through them. New York. 98. 89. So what's going on with everybody else? Coin Junkie, where have you been at? I need answers. Ooh, that's an interesting looking one. 68. So we missed the silver, but these blackened coins, it kind of reminds me of like the antiquing on silver. And then, I don't know what that is, but in some cases it can really add a lot of depth to like a coin. Some of that real natural toning over years, if it wasn't like carefully protected, can kind of get that look too. Work finally picked up. Hey, well, that's a good thing. As long as you're making money, right? I did get on, well, I think I was doing something else, but I jumped on to Shibby Rob's late night short stream last night. Seems like everything's kind of falling into place with the coin business for him, and I'm very happy about that. Now, see, that's weird. Hold on, we're going to look at this one. Why did my work phone go off? Let me see what that is, and I'm going to grab a drink. But before I do, let's kill this. Where's the button? I'm going to turn the bot on so it can throw out my name, my address, and my social security number. Is it on? There we go. My bad. I should have turned that on when we started. Anyhow, let's do this. Buy me some time to get a drink. Oh, I know what that is. I'm not worried about it. I've had this energy drink opened. It was one of those cases where like I opened it and then realized I didn't really want an energy drink. And then I put it back in the fridge. And it's been a couple of days now. So it's like completely flat, but I think I kind of like it better this way. It's just a little smoother. So, okay. So we got the entries going. I see Junkie, Captain Vic, Annette, Lyle. I don't even know what we're giving away. We have almost depleted this entire thing of grams, but we'll do 2 grams. One's a gun. You can always melt it if you don't like it, but I wanted to talk about this Delaware because it's got a real heavy rim, right? Like very heavy. And then usually you'll see that, but probably only on one side. It's got it on both sides. A very like thick, heavy rim. I wonder... Yeah, like here's a Kansas, and it's got that thick rim, but only on one side. So I'm gonna do this. We're getting. Hold on, let me call Bill Nye. I'll be right back. I gotta put shoes on, go out in the garage, and get my digital calipers. So I think we still have 30 seconds, so I'll be right back. Alright, now we're going to get sciencey. Because my bet is this has a smaller diameter than the average quarter. Because I don't think when it was pressed all the way. So let's see. We're at 0. I don't think you can see that, but we're at 0. .24 millimeters exactly on this coin. Let's take it all the way to the flats. 24.1. So, okay, that's the Delaware. Take it back, make sure we're still at 0. We are. Let me grab another statehood quarter. This is a Maryland. 2000 verse 99, so pretty close in the... Here. No, I'm wrong. It's 24.1. That's weird. I could swear by looking and feeling that coin, it looks smaller. But I guess not by much. I mean, 1/10 of a millimeter. That's aviation level details, right? I mean, they go even further, but yeah. I'm seeing 24.1 on like every quarter. Huh. My mistake. I was wrong. It must just feel that way because like you feel the edge of the coin more. Because it's so raised, it feels thicker. And by that, you would think, put this somewhere, you would think because it's thicker, it would not be as wide in diameter. But the ridges do look pronounced, so I guess so. Very interesting. Okay. Now, cue Jeopardy theme song. Friendly reminder, you have a wall. Do you? Well, I haven't seen you selling anything lately, so I haven't been able to place more orders. But, thank you for reminding me. It's a good friend. I'll drop you an email and see what else you might have going on before we send that. Let me draw this winner. Annette. Nice. Okay, let's get these out of the way. And take these and put them up. So one's Air Force logo and one looks like some kind of rifle. Dun, dun, dun. Where's all my little bags? That'll work. Dun, dun, dun. Congratulations, Annette. I think, don't quote me, but I think I already have your address. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I do. I remember. Okay. So that's done. I have a drink. We know that I'm crazy as far as coin diameters. And we're moving right along. No, I don't. I'm trying to think. What's the Navy symbol? Because I've seen the Army one, the Air Force one. I don't even think I know what the Navy symbol is. I've seen ones with anchors on them, but I don't think that that's specifically the Navy symbol. Washington's. Decent looking Montana and an 81. Let's go. Still on all this customer wrap stuff. We did one bankroll so far. And that's the majority of the box. I'm still waiting for the days. Is it an anchor? Okay, well then maybe I do, Frosty. Well, I'm down to the slim pickings now. I probably did. If that's the case, I probably did, and I sent it out to somebody. I don't have one in front of me. I can check. I have a bunch of other Graham rounds, which will be where we move to next when we run through these. But I can check those. Nothing too weird looking in here. Here's a... Oh, that's... I don't even want to touch that. That's a gorgeous... Let me go up. Gorgeous... What is that, South Carolina? Man, the light just is not doing this coin justice. But it's pretty darn mint. And if I carefully flip it, the front's in pretty good shape too. It's just a Philly. But that's the kind of... That's the kind of stuff that we see from time to time. Good thing I got carpet. It's kind of working on its toning a bit. I'm going to set that aside. What? Oh no. I think I grabbed that quarter on the last sweep. Damn it. The 98? No, is that it? Yep, that's it. Thank God. Get up there. Horrible at this. I need more space. But like with the live stream setup and everything else on my desk and my lack of general organization, yeah, we're doing okay, but stuff like that happens. Okay. Oh, go pick up the daughter from track. All right, Frostbite, have a good day. Thank you, sir. I'll check that and see if I have anything anchored. Did you ever get one of those? Well, you're leaving. I'll holler at you later next time we talk, or I'll text you about it. I got a question for you. What is that? 81. Philly 91. Really nice Hawaii. AU probably. What are you? Circulated 72. But it looks nice. So, who else has anything going on? Any recent acquisitions? Since the price is down, did anyone pull the trigger on anything they've been looking to buy? I did. Probably too much. Well, apparently I got stuff sitting at Junkies that I forgot about, which is concerning, but I got my package coming from Big Flip. That's going to have a decent amount of stuff in it. I've bought a 10 ounce, 13 ounces the other week. Another 10 ounces coming. 5 ounces I bought yesterday and a couple coins. Yeah, I think I'm on par this month to probably hit like 30 ounces or so in the stack. I mean, you know, silver and then coins and stuff. I count that all separate. But because, like, I didn't even know. I wasn't tracking. I've been busy, right? And so I think I was talking to probably Constitutional. And I was, you know, we're just going back and forth. And he's like, well, since the price dropped. And I'm like, oh, the price dropped? He's like, yeah, we're at like 22 something. I was like, oh, really? So I started making purchases. Oh, there's a AU. It's worn, right? A little bit. The breast feathers a little gone, right? The hair on Washington a little gone, but it's a 77. Now I'm not gonna keep it, but it's close to being able to keep. Just not where we need it to be. Another like brand new Hawaii. Yeah, somebody did something here. Customer wrap, you know, unless maybe they came out of a change jar, you know. I mean, benefit of the doubt. Maybe they came out of a change jar and they've just been sitting since, you know, 2004 or whatever, but it's odd to see 20-year-old quarters that are in great shape. Oh, Gear, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Nothing too major yet. We're just dealing with the normal nice. See, there's a 66. Little wear on the front, but it's got all the breast. Well, there's a scratch there. Scratch right there on the breast feathers. And there's a little wear on them. But still in decent shape. So, we're getting closer to finding something hopefully worth something. Salt River, but it's a Denver. Crossing the Delaware, no crown. It's a little dirty anyway. Shiny 81. Nothing on the bucket. Nothing on the roof. I don't check. Like some people, I mean, I guess it depends on how much detail you want to go into. Some people are like looking for doubling on the window panes, like the division between the panes, whatever that's called. And I mean, I could, but that seems, if you need a microscope to like see the detail of the thing, yeah, that's where I start getting. Now, there's a couple, if it's like really rare, you know, but I feel like most coins, I mean, at least once you know them, you can look at them and tell there's something a little off. You use like a magnification or a microscope to confirm, but like most of them, you can kind of see something a lot of times. That's where more I like to be at. Because aside from all the fake, like eBay postings and whatnot of coin errors and things, like I don't want to have to be that guy that shows a microscope picture and of something that I'm claiming on a coin, and you still have to draw an arrow to it to indicate what the heck are we looking at here. That's just me. So I don't get into that detail. I'll let somebody else sort the coins for that. It would take forever to put every coin under a microscope. Thank you, Annette. Yes, the like button does need some love from time to time. Ooh, there's a half decent looking Grand Canyon. You don't see that very much. They're 2010. I might keep that one just to check if that's an upgrade for the book. I don't even know if the book's out here anymore. Salt River Bay, but it's a Philly. Alright, moving right along. Is my quarter book still out here? Yeah. Well, wait, which one? I got two. This is... I'm blowing the dust off of things. I still haven't been able to figure that out. My house is crazy dusty. Where is it? Oh no, in this book we got a really nice one. What about the other book? I change my filters, I do all that on the HVAC system, but I still get a lot of dust. Yeah, I kind of think this one's an upgrade. Definitely looks nicer to me. This one's just got some dirt and stuff on it. That's the one we're changing out. You see like dirt in the Grand. Shadows are making it a little hard, but it just looks a little dingy. And this is what we're going to switch it to. No dirt in the Grand, just a little nicer. Alright, so now we can throw that one back. Alright, next roll, please. So nobody's buying, huh? I think I saw something, and it's not uncommon, but I saw something where everybody's happy about the silver price, and it got me thinking. Like, stackers really don't want $50 silver. You know what I mean? They don't. Like, it's so funny because we're buying this thing because we believe it's undervalued. We believe it's a hedge against inflation, all these things. But, like, okay, here's a perfect example. Tangent. You know I'm good for that. Like the windows. You see the windows on this Kentucky? There are people that look for doubling or something in those window panes. I'm out. I'm out. That's small on the coin to begin with. That's a little rich for my blood. I won't be in that. Salt River, but it's a Philly. So stackers really don't want the price of silver high. It's a very weird thing because I guess, well, it depends on where you're at. Maybe established stackers, people that have been stacking for like a decade or more, then yeah, they're probably like, if it goes up, yeah, cool, whatever. I'll sell something. But all the newer stackers, anybody who's not got a very large stack, none of them want the price to go up significantly because then it's harder for them to stack. They get less silver. So it's a weird thing. Like, we all believe in this thing, but at the same time we want it relatively as cheap as possible 24/7. Like, we really don't want $50 silver, and I think it's hilarious. It wouldn't be great if it went to 50, for acquisition. But, like, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Here's another one of those environmentally damaged coins. So 97. It's like that grayed out. We've talked about them a bunch. The burnt ones. Class 9 double die. On the windows, is that what you're talking about? Marsh Billings, but it's a Philly. Junkie is the king of all the rare errors and things as far as like doubling. He has the attention and finds stuff like the double thumb on the Lincoln commemorative. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing, and I see it when he puts the microscope on it, but I don't think I'd even. That's like a good example of one that I would look at and just toss because I don't see anything odd about it. It's a like a smaller error. I guess it's not very prominent on the coin. Salt River, but it's a Philly. I find the more I look at coins under a scope, the less I like it, because a coin will look really good to me, and then I put it under the scope and I see all the stuff that I didn't want to see, like little scratches or this and that. So it's a love-hate relationship with the coin scope. Coin will look great, you throw it under a scope and all of a sudden it looks like garbage again. We're looking. Oh, there's a Duke Ellington, a really nice looking Duke Ellington. That's weird. Let's look at that under the scope. So on this one, again, my light is not being super friendly, but on this one you're looking for, come on camera, you're looking for doubling on the words Ellington there on his piano or above his piano keys. So that's not it. It's still a really nice one though. 65. $2021, no crown. We'll make it through these. So yeah, it's been a lazy Sunday for me. Hopefully. It looks like it's alright. My only concern with trying to mow the grass this evening, I guess at this point, is how much rain we got. It was raining hard, and it was raining for over an hour. So that's going to make mowing the grass very messy. Sticky, clumpy grass. Bessie Coleman. I have yet to find an error on one of these. I remember them saying something about the glasses, something about the plain wings, but I've yet to see any of that so far. Decent jersey. Got a little Hershey's Kiss, yep. Little die chip on the crossing the Delaware. Just a little one. We'll keep it. Why not? We'll throw it in our bag of all the other die chips that we have. Another 65. You're real pretty. What are you? 2014 Sand Dunes. It's got some dirt on the back of it, though. It's always upsetting when you see a coin that's really nice and then it's just like some random dirt or something on it, or like one big scratch. $72. 81, 78, come on. Another 65. We're getting some older stuff in here. And it's not too strange, but it's like grouped together. It was like a 65, a 73, and a few others just all right there together. War in the Pacific, but it's a Philly. I don't think I have a War in the Pacific W yet. I think I'm missing Marsh Billings, I think, and the War in the Pacific. I have the Lowell. Oh, and maybe Weir Farm. I can't remember if I have a Weir Farm, so I'm still missing some of the W's. Oh, what is that? Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, you guys got the camera up there. It's a customer roll, but I have not messed with these. You guys know how I roll, or don't roll. But we have one weird toner and 2 coins that I can already see the words Marine Corps on. So, hold on. Let me pull out these Marine Corps coins. It's like a token? There's 2 of them. Oh, hold on. Let me go up higher. That is super cool. United States Marine Corps. What's it say? Every child deserves a little Christmas. Toys for Tots. Interesting. What's this one say? Same thing? I wonder if these were like participation coins or something that they gave to people who helped or something. That's cool. I like it. They feel like brass or something. Are they really the size of... Yeah, they're a little bigger than a quarter. But that's cool. We're keeping them. That's gotta be worth more than a quarter. Alright. And then this weird toner I'm going to pick out too, just because... Whoa! Smoke show. It is... I know, the camera's not doing it justice. It's like a gold color. Not gold plated, but like that smoked metal, like heavy toning kind of thing going. I almost want to keep it. Like, yeah, you're not going to be able to see it. see it a little bit there. It's like, yeah, like smoked metal, almost like a bronze kind of color. And it's in good shape. It's got some, it took a hit on the chin, like right there. But other than that, and maybe whatever that is, it's not that bad. I might keep that one just because I like the toning on it. Okay. Excitement aside. Man, that sucks. That's our second to last customer wrapped roll, too. I think, yeah, we got one more. Couldn't split that up across the rolls, throw everything good in one roll. Jerks. But that's really cool. I like those tokens. I'll have to look them up and see what I can find out about them. Albie, what's up? Oh, I'll show you. I don't know how long ago you got in here. We found two of these. Marine Corps Toys for Tots, like token. Just found those in a customer wrapped roll. Had to be customer wrapped because they're like slightly bigger than a quarter. And it was one of those like the one-ended rolls where the bottom's already, I think that's probably the only reason they actually fit in there, because any of the other ones it would have been too tight. Oh wait, there's another token. What is this? Yeah, so we did get some kind of collection dump, because look at this. United States Deputy Sheriff Association. And this looks great, by the way. And it says back the blue. That's, yeah, it's, oh boy, it's like a shiny, super shiny, like, brass-ish looking color, which is weird because the edge is like just, you know, metallic silver color. So maybe that's like some kind of coating or something they put on there. But, yeah, that's just slightly bigger than the quarter, too. Cool. So we got some tokens. It's better than nothing. At least it's an exciting hunt. For now, anyway. Till we get to these bank wrapped rolls. And then it's going to go back into boring. Salt River, but it's a Philly. Yeah, I thought so too, Albie. I mean, so far we got a couple of really nice coins, a small die chip, a weird toner, Maryland quarter, and those 3 tokens. So, no silver or anything like that yet, but I'm still super happy to have some cool tokens to look up later. Why do I keep wanting to throw the coins over here? I don't know what I'm doing. So, anyhow, I'll set this one up here until we find something else. That's pretty cool. I don't think a lot of people do that kind of stuff anymore, like get coins printed up, or tokens, I guess I should say, for things like this. So that's kind of interesting that the U.S. Deputy Sheriff's Association has done that. So, if I'm guessing, we just got part of a collection dump. That must be where all these really nice statehood quarters came from, right? We had to have gotten part of a collection dump here. And it looks like, unfortunately, they took out all the stuff they perceived to have value, like they normally do. And these got put into circulation. But I guess the tokens aren't that bad. Like, okay. Another roll. I don't see any weird tokens. So we're good on that. 85. Maryland 2021. No die chip. No. I am trying to. Work's trying to kill me, Albie. I was just talking about that a little bit earlier. It's a busy time. I got a lot of projects, a lot of stuff in transition. And because of that, some travel and other things going on, so it's nuts. And so then when I do have 2019, but it's Philly. 2020, but it's Philly. When I do have time to myself, like I haven't had the kids all weekend, I just want to sit here and like shut my brain off. Arizona, no die chip. And so that's not always the best thing. But I guess sometimes, like, you know, for your mental stability, you need to check out. So hopefully I can get over that and kind of end the weekend relaxed and then get back to what's important. That's crossing the Delaware, but it has like a weird edge. No die chips or anything though. Delaware, no die chips. Tie unbid. Oh, wow. I forgot about the chat words. I haven't been paying attention. 2020, but it's Denver. 78. 95. Dirty. Bicentennial. There's our first Bicentennial we found in here. Alright. Okay, so that's clear of... I'm pretty sure that's clear of all the customer wrap stuff. Yeah, it's... I think everybody gets it, right? Guy, I know I've been hearing from Frostbite. I think he already ran out. Had to go pick up his daughter, but I've been talking to him and trying to keep up, but we're both busy at work. I talked to Constitutional. He's always busy doing like 10 things. I don't know how that... I mean, I know how he manages it, but it's crazy. The schedule, and he always has stuff going on, stuff to do. Constantly. Works like 7 days a week, so I get it, right? Sometimes you gotta make sure to take time out for yourself. Another Bicentennial. Salt River, but it's a Philly. Well, I mean, I try to be. Even if I think that's gonna be one of the reasons why I don't get, like, I think usually a heavy stream for me is maybe about 15 people, which is fine, but, like, I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to get to where, like, it's a big stream and there's a lot going on. This guy's got some damage. I just thought it was interesting because it's like a hole poked almost into the coin just to beat up Washington. But, you know, I'm not super fast with the chat because I'm focused on other things. And, I mean, I'm cool. I don't really want the bigger... Man, it's a 2023, but this one looks really good. Like, not a whole lot in the way of damage or anything. Now, see, why couldn't this be the one that had some kind of error on it. Give me some doubling or something. Because that's what always happens. Like, I find a W, right? Which I'm happy. It's cool. Like, you find a W or something. But I always find, like, the half beat up ones. And then I see other people on, like, coin groups or, social media posting, like, oh, I just found this W. And it's, like, beautiful, probably, like, gradable. $2019, but it's a Philly. $2020, but it's a Philly. Really nice North Carolina. Yeah, but, what did I grab the other day? It was, I might have to go grab it out of the recesses of the stack. Because I just, when I have stuff that I'm not super interested in, like, I bought it because it's probably a deal, maybe, and I just know I won't see it. It's an 18-something seated quarter. It's got a hole in it, and I paid like $15. I didn't even look it up. I just was like, yeah, that's probably a good price for that coin. I think it's an O. Hold on, let me go grab that, and then we'll look at that, because I buy a whole bunch of stuff, and I just, if it's not something I'm actively collecting or really looking at, I just throw it in with everything. I got stuff I don't even know I have. I buy things sometimes, and I end up buying doubles and triples because I'll forget that I have stuff. So, like case in point, Junky's wallet that he has for me. So hold on 1 second. I'm gonna go grab that. And we'll see what that is. Okay, now we got another topic. We're going to take a quick pause here because I got another topic that I would love to cover with you guys. So, the other day, probably like a week or two ago now, Daniel from Coin Help You posted a video about fake Stone Mountain commemorative $50. Now, this scared the living hell out of me because I just bought this one at the coin show. And the ones that he was showing, because they had like a really nice one, right? They had a really nice one. And they wanted too much. Well, I don't say they wanted too much. They wanted more than I was willing to pay for a Stone Mountain coin for that one. And so then they go, oh, well, we have this other one over here. And so I saw this. It was a much more reasonable price. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'll pick that up. Because I've been slowly, I'm not working on the commemorative halves yet. But I love halves. And so I've been slowly, here and there. I'll grab one. I got the Pilgrim. I got this one. I got Booker T. I have some of the other ones. Just like, it's starting to add up. So I'm not like die hard collecting them, but I'm kind of working on it. But Daniel did a video on these, and apparently there's some that are fake, and the ones he was showing have like this, almost exactly this like toning scale, where it's kind of blackened, and he was talking about muted details and something, something, something. So I don't know. I'm going to have to look at it more. If I really had the time, I'd run it down to, oh, Constitutional's here. Just buy real ones and you'll be okay. Yeah, I'll work on that. Well, I thought I did, and I probably did. I'll say that, because I got the guy's card, or no, I got his number. Come to think of it, I think, yeah, I did, because he said they were from Kentucky, but they go do coin shows all around this area. So I'm probably okay. But if I really had the time, I'd run it down to Daniel. If I could stomach the 3-hour drive, and maybe 2-3 hour drive, and go have him check this one out personally. But yeah, I watched that, and if you watch it, it literally has this toning scale. So that's what scared me about my Stone Mountain purchase. Other than that, just silver, barber. Okay, so we got a half decent 1904 Indian head. Yeah, dollar. Nothing crazy. This one is one I picked up the other day. 1903 with fine details. So that's, I think $3 I paid for that. Here's this one. Now, yeah. So we can look this up while we're on here and we'll see. But aside from the hole and the glare on the camera, it's not that bad of a coin. So it's an 1856, we think. Yeah, 1856 seated quarter with fine details, but it's got a hole in it because some jerk wanted to use the backside as a pendant. See? Because at first I was looking at it and I'm like, why would you put a hole in this coin like this, right? But then when I flipped it over, it's obvious they were, it was the back that they were trying to hang from. But if you look, it's an O. So let's look this up real quick. I got my screen over here. I mean, it'll be hard. We'll just look at the lowest grades because, it's damaged, so it's going to get a details grade anyway. But I paid $15 for this. So there's quarters. Seated. That's right. Yeah, seated. Let's see what this thing's worth. Well, what we think it could be worth. 1856 O. Holy crap. Okay. So 1856 O, right? And I'm sure better grades, whatnot, but all the way down at the bottom, we're talking 1, right? I don't even know what the 1 is. It's not even A. Is it G? AG1? I don't know. So don't kill me on that. But at a 1, it's a $35 coin. And that's you can barely, if I remember right, that is you can barely discern the date, the type of coin, and that it has whatever mint mark it says it does. That's the lowest of the low. So then, obviously this one's got a hole in it. But at yeah, because my 1916D I think is an AG3. So yeah, at a 3, which it's hard to tell what this would get because of the damage. It's a $50 coin. That sucks. If only there was like a way to have coins repaired. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat. I bought silver from Wish. Great prices. You know, I think I looked at that a while back, and it's still like a tenth of the cost. Like you would think, just some like random metal or whatever. But the problem with it is, on the Wish thing, and the scary thing about it is, I think they're really trying to pass it off. Not them, because they say it's not real, but I think they're hoping people buy them to then really try to pass off as silver. So like they're non-metallic or non-magnetic. They'll state that. So like they're trying to fake the silver, and so that's really concerning from a stacker's perspective, because, you know, if, let's just say, I'm not saying all shops don't do their due diligence, but like, let's just say demand's up, right? Things are cycling, there's not a lot of stock going around, and somebody comes in and sells a 10-ounce bar. You know, they take a look at it, yeah, you know, we'll give you this for it. Okay, cool, boom, 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 done. They set it in their case, and let's say like a half an hour later, somebody else comes in and buys it. Maybe they just didn't have time, or it looked good enough to where they didn't think they had to check it. And it's not impossible for you to end up with some counterfeit silver, because, you know, things like 10-ounce bars or rounds that you can also buy from Wish, how much are they getting scrutinized? You know what I mean? Probably not a lot, because you see a lot of them come through. They're not like coins where, you know, there's a whole science behind judging them and making sure they are what they say they are. Like with generic silver bars and stuff, people just kind of do it. So Wish silver, it's like a tenth of the cost. So if I remember when I looked it up, because I was curious, like a fake 10-ounce bar was like $25 or something. So for 10 of them, it'd be like $2.50. So for about the price of one 10-ounce bar, you could have 10 fake ones. And then you could risk your livelihood trying to pass those off somewhere as real silver and see if you could make a profit. But everyone will hate you for it. So yeah, I think this is definitely, even with the hole considered, because of the detail. I mean, look at the back of that thing. It's got, come on camera, it's got a lot of detail on the back. For someone that just wants a book filler, and this is a very expensive coin, I might even throw this sucker up on eBay. Because, like, yeah, I mean, it goes real steep. At a 12, it's a $125 coin. At a 20, it's a $200 coin. 30, which would be XF. And somebody on this just said fine details. At a 30, which this is nowhere near approaching, but it's a $275 coin. So, yeah, I mean, when you get to mint state, again, we're very far from anything like that, but if you had a 60, it's $1,750 for that coin. Highest one known is a 65, and that's a $15,000 coin, and there are 3 of them. So yeah, it's got a lower mintage. 968,000, so not even a million of them. And with the age of them, Not a lot lasted. So actually, $15, that was a good pickup for me. And then I got this. It's 50 centavos. Come on, camera. From the Philippines. Paid a little bit for it, but it's in pretty good shape. Again, just wanted to grab it. It says United States on it, so it's a little more recognizable. I wonder why more people don't grab those. Because if it may not be like it's not a U.S. coin, but it's minted and states that it was minted by the United States of America. So, in my eyes, that's just about as good as our stuff. I know it's a Philippines coin, but what are you gonna do? And then I got this 1944 Walker that they're claiming is a 63 plus. I think they're reaching on that, but just another nice Walker. It's cool to see these in good shape because too often they're beat up. So I got that too. And then Junkie can tell me about this one maybe. So I bought this at the coin show, and of course the glare's gonna bother me. So it's a Trime, obviously, but we think, and by we I mean me, that this damage was on the planchet before it was struck. That's what my mind wants to wrap around after staring at this thing a whole bunch. I think it was struck this way, and maybe the die was damaged, or the planchet, or a combination of the two, because like you can see the cracks and stuff all over it. It goes through the whole coin, and it's got good details on it aside from whatever the damage is. But I legitimately think that was either a bad die or bad planchet or some combination of the two. And so I picked it up. I don't even remember what I paid for it, but it wasn't that much. It was more than what a normal decent Trime would be, because it's got a lot of details and this perceived damage. So I don't know, we'll find out if I ever send it in. But it looks like whatever it was happened during the minting process, because you're talking 1852. Like, if the coin got damaged in a way, that doesn't look like tool marks. That literally just looks like something either occurred or happened during the minting process. It doesn't look like any kind of real damage I think I've ever seen. You know what I mean? So, that was our coin break. I got a bunch of these Trimes too. It's horrible for, stacking, decent for collecting, but it's hard not to. They're silver. A lot of times they are kind of cheap. Yeah, you're not getting much silver for the price, but they're old, they're cool. I actually passed up on a 20-cent piece at the coin shop yesterday because I think I had them down to like $3.90 on it, and it's a good coin. It's nice. I'm sure it's worth it. But I just didn't, want to spend that much money on a single coin and walk out of there. But yeah, I did see that 20-cent piece, and that it was really good looking. I wanted it bad because it's a great grade, I'm sure. Probably XF at least. But Just too much money for one little coin like that. I have. I'm not gonna say I do often, but I have. Depends on what I'm buying. I buy all kinds of stuff from eBay. Coins, you know, when I make sure it's like a trusted seller. I check out their other listings. Because, like, you could see, what looks like a decent listing, let's just say. But then if I check out their other listings and I see, like, fake errors, you know what I mean? Like those postings where they're rare, no mint mark, quarter, whatever. Or, whatever. Where they're trying to make errors up in their head and sell the coin for a ridiculous amount of money. I make sure they're not posting stuff like that. But the only time I can really think where I shop on eBay is when I'm having trouble finding something. When I can't find what I'm looking for. There was a dime I needed. The 79, Roosevelt 79, I can't remember if it's S. Yeah, it is S. Type 2, which is the clear S, because the first one was like real small and kind of smushed together. It was hard to kind of determine what the mint mark was, I guess. So then at some point they fixed it, and that became the Type 2. I was looking for a good example of that for my book, and just was having a hard time finding a raw one. I could find graded ones everywhere, but I needed the raw one to go in the book. And so I did buy that on eBay. Had it shipped to the wrong address somehow because I must have never updated it or something, and it got lost. Thankfully, it wasn't that expensive of a coin. I told the seller just to keep the money and ordered another one. Because it was just gone. Because in his eyes, no crown error. In his eyes, right, it's delivered. And I mean, it really was my mistake. But, you can't ask for a refund, number one, when you're the one that screwed up. And number two, on his end, it says it was delivered. So he fulfilled his side of the bargain. It wasn't much. I think with shipping, it was maybe like $8 or $9, maybe $10, something like that, all in all. So you live and you learn. But yeah, I do buy on eBay, but it's mostly on eBay. It's going to be the stuff I can't find anywhere else. Usually, if I'm looking for a certain coin or token or 65, something like that, or specialty silver. There's been a couple of things I've bought off of there, like poured bars and things that, excuse me, that I just don't run into a lot around here. eBay can be a great place, but you really got to watch out for the people, and what they're selling. Kind of make sure, do a little bit of research and make sure they're legit. I'm sure eBay has a process where you could, try to argue or get your money back if you had legitimate problems. But in my experience, it's always best to try not to put yourself in those situations. And eBay it's kind of a mess. I also look at what they're selling. Because if I see silver or coins, right, and then I look at their eBay page or their other items, and I see, it's like a general goods store where it's all kinds of other stuff. I'm not saying they're not selling something real or anything. It makes me hesitant. When I buy from people that sell coins and bullion on their account, and that's primarily all they sell. If they want to list something else, and it seems like a couple, one-off, a two-off kind of thing where they're, I don't know, selling a camera or something they maybe came across, then that's kind of forgivable. But if they're selling all kinds of stuff, then they're not probably a precious metals expert, and it just makes me a little weary about the quality of whatever they're selling. Like my eBay store, I could sell all kinds of stuff on there, right? But I made the decision a while back that I wasn't going to sell anything that wasn't like coins, bullion, collectibles, bills, whatever. So like my eBay store will never have random stuff on it. It's always going to be coins and bullion and coins, collector coins and things. It's just easier to kind of specialize, and that way, like I said, if somebody looks at me, they're like, okay, like this guy's obviously selling this kind of stuff. He's got a good reputation so far, and maybe they'll feel a little bit better about making a purchase if they think they want to. So that's my eBay experience. It is a great place, though, to find odd stuff. There's so many things that you can find on eBay that you just can't find, laying around anywhere else. There's another weird toner. Just like that one, except it's not as bad. You can kind of see it on this one. It almost looks like it was like coated in something. And now it's like, it looks as if it's starting to wear off. It's not quite as dark as the other quarter we have, the Maryland. It's a decent 1990. What is this? Decent 95. Whoo! 2019 River of No Return, but it's really pretty, but there's a nick on the boat right there, making me mad because I would have kept this one probably. It's just a filly, but it's in pretty good shape. Better than what I usually see. Upsetting. Oh, Shy Guy. When is the Shy Guy? When is that benefit that Flip was talking about? I know he said he wasn't streaming last night, but when's the benefit stream, and where's it at? You were gardening? It was good to have a hobby. I didn't grow anything this year. It's not, well, yeah, now it is too late. Probably. I should have grown some peppers at least. I like hot peppers. A couple years ago, I grew some ghost peppers. They were really good because, like, I kind of, like, messed them up, and it kind of dwarfed the growth of the plant a bit, but you don't really need a lot of those anyway. So I only got a few, but like what I got off of it was really nice, and then I dried them out and then used them that way to kind of add spice to things. I put a little bit in a pot of chili. Oh, so good. Because that's my thing. If you're gonna go with something super hot like that, like I try to balance it, to where you're trying to not burn people up, but like add it for the spice is going to be there, but like the flavor. So I added a little bit to a pot of chili because I'm going to be the only one eating it. The kids wouldn't touch it. Okay, so so Flip had the family emergency, and that's thrown it into a bit of uncertainty. Okay, well, I will look out for the information when it does come through, and I will make sure that I tell everybody whatever that is. That way we can all get over there. I hope everything's relatively alright. I mean, obviously, if we're doing something like that, never a great sign, but aside from whatever that is, I hope everything is well. Hope the garden's doing well. Well, and it just, like I said, check the people you're buying from and kind of look at it. There's a few. There's some kind of thing. I still haven't figured it out yet. There's some kind of other certification or something you can get on eBay aside from being like a power seller or something. It's like Round Table or something certified. I haven't looked into it too much, but I think maybe that's some other kind of thing that they can get to show people that, you know, in regards to coins or bullion or whatever they may be selling, that they know what they're talking about. That's what it seems like to me anyway. And I've seen a couple of accounts that have that certification or whatever it is. So maybe look at that. eBay, the prices can be good. It just depends on what you're buying. Because if you can't find it anywhere else, you're going to pay a little more. I mean, that's just the unfortunate truth. But at other times, many other times, like with some specific graded coins, I will not lie to anyone. Like sometimes, like I buy stuff, and I'll buy like a graded coin, and then later, sometimes shortly thereafter, when I get it or whatever, I'll look it up, whatever, and then like I always get curious, like what they're going for on eBay, and sometimes eBay has cheaper prices than what I'm even buying them at, and that could be, I could be buying it from an auction, I could be buying it from a coin shop. I mean, just, I could have gotten it in trade, whatever, and maybe that's just the way the cards fall. And it's not all the time, but sometimes it is. It just depends. If the market's flooded with, like the 40s Merc dimes are pretty bad for that. Just because they're the latest ones, and because of that, they're more likely to be in better shape, and to have gotten graded. So population on those is really high. So, for a decent graded one, you're not paying that much. And on eBay, there's tons of them, or at least last time I really looked around. Like, I don't know, it was like a 44 or 45, I think, Merc dime or whatever. And there were like 20 or 30 of them, like graded all around the same grades or whatever. NGC, PCGS, whatever, but the prices they were trying to be competitive with each other, because if there's 20 dimes that are all close to about the same, and one guy's price is 10 or 15% higher than everybody else's, his is going to be the last to sell. So that can be where eBay works in your favor, is if there is a lot actively for sale, maybe somebody's willing to cut that price down or do what they need to do to sell that. A lot of people now are doing the offers on eBay. Heart pulse, 1, 2. Oh, okay. You're doing the gamble. Gamble all? Oh, you're brave. Well, not like it really matters that much. It's a Marsh Billings, but it's a Denver. What was I saying before that? Something about eBay, I'm sure. Yeah, just be careful with eBay. It can be great. Can be. Just, it is kind of what you make it and what you put into it, right? If you just go on there and see something and click buy it now, not always, but sometimes maybe you're rolling the dice a little bit. But as long as you check them out and everything kind of looks legit, you're probably going to be all right. 1970 Washington. I see a lot less of the drooling Georges and things. I know we've talked about how there's less and less of them being made because they're starting to figure out that obverse, but I really haven't seen as many, which is kind of funny because there for a while I was pulling them out constantly, and it was kind of getting old. I think even like a lot of them, the lesser ones, I was just throwing back. San Antonio, but it's Philly. Yeah, I was throwing back the not so great ones because I was just getting them like crazy, and now I'm not seeing them anymore, which I guess is good for the coins. That way they'll actually hold some value. Coin Junkie. Lost it all. Oh man. Oh, Gear's doing it now too. You got him on it. Well, now's a bad time to do a giveaway then. You guys don't have any dust, or at least you don't. And Gear might not in a few minutes. Man, I gotta quit talking and get through these coins. Is it really nice Pennsylvania? Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Like, the back of this thing is gorgeous. And you turn it over and there's just what is that? How does that happen? I know how it happens, but it's annoying. Bessie Coleman, Salt River, but it's Philly. Yeah, so maybe once I get back from my travels, now that silver price is kind of down for the moment, I think when I get back, I'm going to put up, I got that Engelhard vintage bar at the shop for generic prices. I think I'm going to put that thing up. I got to do the calculations. I'm going to put that thing up on eBay, see if I can make a few extra bucks off of it and turn that 10 ounces into, 12 or 13, whatever it would end up being. I think I am going to do that because I already have one of those style of bar. I don't need like a ton of them or anything. And I really primarily just bought it because I knew it was worth way more than they were selling it for. And so that it wasn't necessarily the plan. National Park Art, Denver, damn it. But I think that's what I'm doing with it. So I'm probably gonna try to get, I think they're going for about $350 or something right now. I have to look at like current prices and what people are paying for them, but it's something I'm looking. Oh, so now you're going on raids to get all your coins back? Yeah, so I'm probably going to put that 10-ounce bar up, I think. But with eBay, you only have so often. Well, you can ship things anytime, but when you make your seller profile, you kind of say on there roughly how long you have to ship things. And I kept mine at like 3 days because it didn't seem like a problem until I factor in that sometimes I go traveling for 3 days or more. And so that kind of makes it rough if I sell anything while I'm gone because I obviously can't ship it out. Oh, that's interesting. So George got punched on. Somebody must have been testing a metal punch, or doesn't look like a bullet. It's too small for that. Or maybe it was. That could be like a 22. But I feel like a 22 would have gone through the quarter. Maybe it was like a CO2 powered BB. Yeah. Maybe that's what that was. Anyhow, it's useless to us. We're going to keep going. There's a really nice Washington coming up. Well, it's got the tone, but it let me down. Oh well. You're broke. See what happens? Did you go gambling? I went down to the casino a couple of weeks ago with not very much money, with the intent of hopefully having some fun, and that did not happen. It had been a while, years I guess, since I went to the casino, and I was not impressed. Things weren't hitting. I was choosing the wrong machines, however you want to put it, and so I didn't even play. I think I probably played like a third of the money that I took. And then just, bonuses weren't hitting, machines weren't paying out. It was just literally like, financially draining me on every spin. And so after a little bit of that and kind of bouncing around and hoping things would get exciting, I just gave up and left. It wasn't fun. If I'm having fun and I'm losing money, I guess that's forgivable, but I wasn't having fun. Oh, hey! Aw, damn it. We got an S. She's a little beat up. I don't even know what it is yet. Oh, it's a Tuskegee. Cool. But she's beat up. And she's clad. We'll still keep it, but I wanted it to be silver. Okay, so that's from the bank wrapped stuff. So maybe there's more in here. S Mint Tuskegee Airman. And man, that's seen some circulation. So let me get back up here so we can look at it. See, like I almost missed it. I did, because it's not very reflective. It just barely caught my eye because it's got so many scratches and things on it. It looks closer to a business strike. No boy. Oh. Well, like I said, it's a bad time for a giveaway, junkie. Now you're broke, you can't even enter the giveaway. It's bad enough trying to get things to Canada. What's that? 65 with damage? Yeah, that's damage. Alright, I need my other bin. I'll have you guys know. Coins are everywhere. And it bothers me, but it doesn't at the same time. It's weird. Because, like, at any point in time, I have anywhere between $500 and $1,500 in change in my house. So it's almost like coin roll hunting is almost like its own little kind of savings mechanism where I just always have money outside of the bank kind of sitting here. Now, granted, it's very heavy, not easy to transport, and a lot of people don't like taking that much change, but I have it on hand. Right now, I got like 2 boxes of nickels. I think like whatever was left of a box of pennies, another box of pennies, dimes. Yeah, like approaching probably like 7, 8. Yeah, probably approaching like $1,000. Just sitting here waiting for me to roll them back up and quit being lazy. However, $1,000 does not get you where you need to go anymore. It really doesn't. No die chip. It really doesn't. $1,000. I did that video a while back, and what did I say? I think it was like 21 or 2,200 or something is the adjusted for inflation equivalent of $1,000. So like that $1,000 emergency fund that like Dave and other financial people talk about, it's not $1,000 anymore. It's like 2,200 is the equivalent of that when they were spouting it. You know, it became really popular in like the late 80s, early 90s. So, you know, when they say nowadays that people don't have $1,000 emergency fund, it happens, and I'm not faulting anyone for not having one, but that's even more scary because it's even less money now than when it was, you know, basically popularized and kind of put out there. It's a D. So not good. Not good for the country as a whole. That's a really weird looking 82. It's like, it's got a heavy rim. Little tiny P mint mark. Huh. Marsh Billings, but it's a Philly. Salt River, but it's a Philly. Well, there's a decently nice looking something. What do we got? I think it's just dirty. It's in Indiana. It's in good shape. I think it's got some toning and some chatter, but it does look good. National Park art, but it's a P. Decent looking 65, but it's got the, amongst wear issues, it's got the Ring of Death from the coin roll machine. But other than that, it still has lots of nice luster. Dun dun dun. D. North Dakota. And River of No Return, but it's a Philly. We're getting there. We're getting there. 3 more rolls. We still got 2 rows left. I'm talking too much. That's what's going on. And then I took that detour to show you all my coins that I bought recently. Not all, but, you know, those ones. I'm going to really have to look up that video again on that Stone Mountain and see what Daniel was talking about. He made it sound like it was pretty obvious, which makes me feel better because mine seems fine. But, yeah, I'm going to have to look at that a little closer. Okay, we got some weird black coin. What is this? Oh, it's probably just buried. 1991 Philly. Dark. Okay. It's been a while since I found a proof, though, so that's still cool. You wish it was silver, but proof's still cool to find, even if it is a little beat up. So what does anyone have going on the rest of the summer? Anyone planning to hit any like big coin shows or anything in their area? Cause I went to the one and it was smaller than I guess I don't know what I expected, but it was small. Which was kind of nice in the end because I had the kids with me. But now I kind of want to go to one of the bigger shows, and spend more time there, actually looking around at stuff and what people have. Marsh Billings, but it's a Philly. Because I think at the one that I went to, the little one, and which I might buy another 1916D. I might. Number one, the price is going to have to be right. Number two, I want a raw one to fill out the book. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but it's harder and harder to find them raw because people usually get them graded and certified because it's a very expensive dime. I think I really do want one in the book, because you look at the book and I know I have it, but it just doesn't feel right. So I really think I want to fill that book. But while I was at that coin show, I saw, I think, 4 different raw 1916Ds. Now, I didn't examine any of them because I wasn't there to purchase something of that caliber. But it was refreshing to me to know that, I keep dropping stuff, that those are out there. Like, not readily available, but you get what I mean. River of No Return, but it's a P. And so sometime here in the future, I'll probably scoop one up that's obviously got the D and nothing looks funny on it, and put that in the book to kind of finish that out. I'll still keep the nice one I have that's graded. I mean, there's no reason to sell it, but I really want to fill that book. And I gotta start working on the halves too. Still missing some halves to fill out that book. Just a couple. I think a few silvers and maybe some of the modern stuff. And that's it. And it only goes up, I believe, it only goes up to like 2022 maybe, or something like that, somewhere around there. 2020 maybe. But whatever it goes up to, that's the limit. I'm not going to like add pages or continue it on. Sometimes you got to know when to fold them. I mean, the Kennedy half dollar since what, 64? And it's 2023. 2004 was 40 years. So 2024 will be 60? That's a lot of years. The Roosevelt dime's got to go. Rosie's got to go. But the thing is, they've done what they've done with the nickel, which I don't really like either, but whatever. They tried. But the Rosie dime, it's got to go. It's time. What they did with the penny sucks, and I don't like it. That's my opinion. Shield cents are horrible. But, I mean, I guess at least they did something. The Rosie dime's got to go. It's been in circulation too long. But my fear is that by the time we get around to updating some of these coins, they're going to start getting rid of coins. I think a lot of people are still kind of on the fence about what that timeline looks like or when that might happen. But with the digital currency and stuff coming out, and most people today, it's a D bicentennial. I don't know what's doubled on these, but I've heard there can be doubling on these. I've never seen it though. A lot of people think that's going to happen sooner than later. Salt River, but it's a Philly. Who knows? But I really wish we were one of these countries that changed our coinage a little bit more often. I mean, it's nice to be recognizable, but even like these quarters, that's one of the things that's so much fun about searching through them is because there's different stuff to look at, because there's different errors, you know, and varieties in there now that we have these quarter programs. So you have to kind of pay attention. I hate looking through dimes. I mean, I will for silver, but they're the last thing on my list. And I don't check them for really anything else. I open them up, see if there's silver. There's not. I just, you know, nothing catches my eye. I just put them back, or, you know, throw them to the side, whatever. Because dimes are just so boring. I'm not saying there's not expensive ones out there. It's just not exciting at all. It's just the same dime. Halves are almost the same way, except for the fact that when you see something different, it's like a Benji or a Walker, or maybe a commemorative or something that slipped its way in there. But that's what's kind of fun about halves, and when you find something, you know, hoping it's like a 90%er, you know, that's a decent amount of money that you just found. That's what's nice about halves. But dimes, it's just not worth it. You know, not really. You don't find that many dimes. I have yet to find, I think, more than like one, maybe two dimes in a box. And there's a lot of skunk boxes before that happens. What gear? I don't know what your... I don't know what you're trying to chatbot there, but that's funny. I just looked up and I'm like, what? I either lost track of the conversation, or I don't know what you're talking about, or that's a typo. Combination of the two. Hopefully. Uh-oh, we got a really nice Washington again. Little bit of wear on the breast feathers, though. Let it slide. Okay. We need to look that up next time we take a break and see if we can figure out what those are. Maybe what they're worth. You can have tokens graded, but I don't know if it's like it's limited to certain kinds or something. I don't know how that works. Not that I would have these graded, I'm just saying. There's another really nice Washington. Too much wear on the breast feathers, though. Ooh, a Wisconsin. No leaves going on. Salt River, but it's a Philly. What's going on in the chat? What's going on in the chat? Nothing. See? You guys can't hate on me. I know you guys don't. Some people. Constitutional. Rags on people for not interacting with the chat. But then sometimes when I look up, there haven't been any comments, which is fine. But also another reason why I forget to check on the chat from time to time. Oh, there's a... Oh, is that a... Yeah, it is. Hold on, let's get it in here. Another die chip. It's dirty, of course. See, this is what I was talking about. You find something. I know that's not much, but it's something, right? Does it look like Washington has a mustache? What's going on there? But, and then you got all this, right? You find something, but then you got all this. I'll keep it. I don't know why, but I will. And then we got this lady. I don't know of a whole lot of errors with these yet. But with all that hair and all that detail, I can't imagine that we'll get very far through this run without some errors. There's a mountain in the background, a river or a lake. I can't tell where her hair ends and the land begins. Kind of looks like her hair is forming the edge of the land. I don't know. But it's still a decent coin. But yeah, I can see lots of problems up in there forming as the dies deteriorate. Cracks and chips and things. But for right now, just another nice coin. Arizona cactus? No. Watching you. Yeah. Those estate quarters got me. The ones that have been being dumped off at my banks. Because over there, I think it's 5. And then here, that's probably about 350. So just right there, face value, I have like 800 something dollars in rolls of state and national park quarters. Marsh Billings, but it's a Philly. And it's hard to keep them because they're not really worth much of anything. But like I said, it's like kind of like someone else's hard work, and I know that it was probably not the person who put those coins in the rolls that turned them into the bank. You know what I mean? So, you know, I feel like not an obligation, but as a coin collector, like it's kind of only right to like keep them, and I'll figure out what to do with them someday. But you know, it's nice that that work didn't, you know, get thrown away, and now it just sits here until sometime later when my kids do the same thing or something. All right, Philly crossing the Delaware, no die chip. All right. Yeah, I still have yet to find one of those really big crossing the Delaware errors, like the Crown. I have some decent ones, but I haven't found like a real big one. Everyone like some people call it like the beehive, the really bad ones. I seen one guy post one that was like larger than I'd ever seen. It was like way up into the wording. Like I don't know how the die got that bad during a press, but I did see a picture of one of those posted somewhere. But all the normal looking like beehive ones, I haven't seen in person. I see people catch them, but most of the ones I get are the early stage, that little Hershey Kiss, I call it. Salt River, but it's a Philly. There's a really nice Utah. Really nice. Philly. No, like major, there's some spotting and things, but no major damage. Huh. 86. River of no return, but it's a Philly. Yeah. So, did Junkie get his points back yet? Give everybody 500. Who's still leading? Is Siren still in the lead? No. Constitutional's in the lead now. Maybe Siren was gambling a bit. So it's Constitutional, barely. Over Siren. Then Annette, third place. Snoopy, Thomas Tone, then Roadhog, Brown Sugar, Henry, and then it goes down from there. But, yeah, that's not a bad top 5. Okay, back to quarters. So, I gave away some points, so you should have got them if Junkie's still in here. Thomas, there he is now. Look at that. Welcome in, Thomas. If I didn't see you earlier, I apologize. My bad. But let's give away some more grams. Do another 2. We got to get through these somehow. They're probably going to be firearms. Or, yeah. I mean, at some point, we got to get rid of the firearms. But we'll see. If anyone has any exact qualms against it, I'll try to avoid it. But we're getting down to just the firearms. Yes, dog? Do you want to go outside? Do you want to go outside? Okay, I gotta take the dog out, run the giveaway, shouldn't take long, and then I'll be right back. Come on. Let's go. It's pretty nice out there now, so maybe she can stay out for a bit. Why am I not seeing entries? I see a net. Okay, there's Junkie. Okay, now I'm starting to see him. There you go. It's working. Junkie got points again. Crossing the Delaware. 94. Too much wear. 74, 74. Da, 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 da. That one. This is kind of like those gray coins that we see. So I'm going to call that a Denver 1980. This one looks more like environmental damage. Maybe those are Dryer coin. Maybe I'm the crazy one. It's not impossible. Really nice Maine. 1965. 1998. Too much wear on the breast feathers. Bicentennial. Look at that. Dirty. Beat up. Are we out of time yet? Nope, 19 seconds. I know there's only a few of you in here. That's fine. I do this for the social aspect. As social as you can be when you're focused on pouring through coins. I wouldn't mind a W. The S was nice, and the tokens are very interesting. I got a buddy who's a Marine, but since now I know that it's like a Marine Toys for Tots thing, it's maybe not. I'm not saying it's not as cool, but you get what I'm saying. So here's like a blued coin. Toning's really weird on it. Like, the camera's not picking it up. It looks a little gray on here, but it's like that bluish toning. Nothing else special about it. It just caught my eye. Alright, we should be good now. Oh, look at you guys. Come on now. Coin Junkie. Alright. Grab 2. We'll send these over to Flip to send back to you in your next mailing. How else are you going to get grams? You know what I mean? Like, it's one of the reasons why I like giving them away. Because otherwise, not a lot of people buy them. I'm not saying not to buy them. I'm just saying it's not a very cost-effective way to purchase silver. Cool. They're nice. They got cool designs, but not economical at all. I think when I bought these, I think I paid somewhere between $1.50 and $1.75 or something a gram, which still puts it per ounce at an astronomical amount. Compared to, I got shy of like 3 ounces, or wait, no, it'd be like about 3 per 100. Yeah, so yeah, it was expensive. It was expensive. Oh, okay. Oh, is that it? Okay. All right. Oh, okay, okay. Changed. All right. That's cool. I will write that down. I got it. So I won't forget. But yeah, that's why, one of the reasons why I like giving away the grams. It doesn't seem like much, but I mean, it does add up. This thing had over 100 in it when we first started streaming. Not today, but you know, way back when. And so, between that and dimes and everything else, a lot of silver disappeared. Which is good. But I was looking into the gold backs a while ago. But I haven't made a decision as to whether or not I want to go that route. Because if I do it, I have to buy, like, not a bunch, but, you know, the more you buy at one time, the better your pricing is. And so, maybe I'll wait for silver to come down. Or, not silver, gold to come down and see if... I don't recall... I don't think the price of gold backs fluctuate as much with the price of gold. I mean, I'm sure they do to some degree, but I don't think if gold price drops, like, whatever we would consider to be substantially, I don't think that gold backs are, because there's so much premium already in them. You know, they're already way more than the cost, the price of the gold that is included. So you're probably not going to save a whole lot of money. But I think, if I remember right, when I was looking, I could get them. I think it was like $4 or $5 for the smallest one. So, you know, it'd be, the thing of it is, shipping, there I go, throwing stuff, shipping those giveaways would be a lot easier, because right now, the grams aren't too bad, but I still baggy them up, and I envelope them, and make sure everything's tight and good, so the package isn't rattling, for the mail carriers. But the gold backs would be super simple. Fold the paper, tuck it inside, and just go. Stamps. So it would make that part of the process a lot easier. And so, for some of those reasons, it's been a bit of a toss-up. So send junky stuff through keys. Yeah, because I know Flip's been trying to cut down on his mailing. I know that. I still haven't received. I don't know when he's sending out this month's shipments or whatever. It's got to be soon, I would imagine. But I got a lot coming in that one. 5-ounce, quarter, bunch of those quarter rolls that he had for sale. There's a Hot Springs. You just don't see some of these early ones that often. I mean, you see them, little rim ding there, but you know, they're just because they're getting older. They're harder to find. You just don't see them as much as some of the other ones. Yeah, 5-ounce quarter, couple of coins. I know I gave away a couple of things on his stream that I bought. So those obviously aren't coming. But yeah, it should be a decent sized pack with a decent amount of stuff in it, if I remember right. So that'll be coming soon. Constitutional. I was talking to him, and he said a couple of times, I think, in live streams and things, that he kind of has a problem. He was on with Supreme Ginger Stacker last week. And he was like, yeah, I got a problem. If I don't have something coming in the mail, like, I don't feel right. Like, if I'm not waiting on some silver, if I haven't bought something, I don't feel right. And, I mean, it's kind of true. Like, it depends on what else I have going on. But if, like, everything's calm, nothing's crazy, and I'm just kind of chilling, I'm like, I need to go to the coin shop. I need to get online and look. I need to buy something. I don't have anything coming, you know? I do kind of get that way. And sometimes that can be helpful because it kind of keeps you on task with stacking and collecting. But then other times, yeah, it can kind of impair you because I have all of my sites that I consider buying from online, and I will pull them all up and do all the price match and all the shopping and see, okay, who's got rounds the cheapest, okay, or maybe I'm looking at a 10-ounce bar, who's got that the cheapest, and not only the cheapest, but it matters what it is, right? Is it like one of their poured bars? Is it random? What is it? Those Unity bars that were going around a little while ago, Salt River, but it's a P. Those are really nice. I got a 5-ounce. I don't think I have a 10-ounce of the Unity, but I've been trying. It's not going well, but I've been trying to push myself back to basics. It's hard on the coins because coins you're always going to pay more than if it is silver what it's worth, right? So you're kind of SOL on that. But as far as like the bullion side, I've been doing pretty good about trying to keep it at generic prices. Fairly well. It's what? I think I said, like the new year, I said that's my focus. And there have been some exceptions, but for the most part, I think I'm buying more stuff at, whatever generic prices are than I'm spending on other stuff. I think I'm doing pretty good. If you're just a stacker, that's pretty easy. But oh man, look at that. Why? It's a beautiful 2011 Olympic with like Not a lot of chatter or anything. If I can get it to flip, this side's... it's got a little bit, but it's pretty good for 2011. But it's got that mess. We'll see. We'll see if we can... if we feel like we need an upgrade with that. But yeah, if you're a stacker, it's pretty easy to stick to generics and not to overspend, usually. But coin collecting is a mess. I mean, you're always going to pay more than the physical value of what it's worth. Almost always. I would be curious to get this... not the Stone Mountain. Where did I put that? It's in here. I would be curious to get this graded. This 1856. And see... I don't know, though, because I think if you get a details grade, I don't think they, like, give it a value. Like, you know, I don't think it would scan to tell you how much it is. It basically just certifies it that it is what it says it is. I think. I don't know that it would scan and tell you what it's worth. That might be a stretch. But I think it's for sure worth the $15 that we paid for it. Probably hung around somebody's neck for a decade or so. You know, and that's funny that I say that, because now that I look at it, right, the front looks pretty good as far as wear, but then the back, if you think about it, right, if this was like rubbing up against somebody's skin, like maybe moving back and forth or whatever, that's where all the wear is on the coin. I mean, it's still not bad. It's got full Liberty. But that's where all the wear is on the front side of the coin. So that's kind of cool. Interesting little thing to see. Anyhow, back to the rolls. Everybody's gambling now. You guys are addicted. Every time I look up, somebody's losing all their coins. Oh, there's a really nice Ohio Ender. Again, probably nothing, but it looks really nice from this standpoint. River, but it's Philly. Ada Mae Wong, 83. Huh. Rusty quarter. The other side looks fine. I might need another bucket. 2021, no dyed chip. So I did see something that was kind of cool. I forget who it is. Maybe it's Provident. Has like silver sculptures. I don't know who makes them, and I don't think they say who makes them. So I'm guessing that they're poured pieces of some kind, but or maybe they're just more like cast or something. But they got some kind of cool ones. Again, you know, you're paying way more than whatever the silver's worth, but there's some pretty cool ones on there. And I was looking at those a little bit ago. See if I ever did want like another display piece or something to like really put out. I'm probably gonna go with something like that. You gotta watch it though, because I think they get pretty pricey. They go up to, I think, like 30 ounces maybe was like the biggest one I saw. American Samoa, but it's a Philly. And our Ohio. It doesn't look bad, but it's nothing to save. Decently nice bicentennial ender on this one. There's got to be something else in these rolls. We're about 5 rolls from the last row. So we're getting there slowly. Oh, that's crazy. Another bicentennial, but it looks like junk. 2021, no die chip. Cleaning while watching. I do that as well, and I do it a lot. So I think a lot of people, and maybe not everybody, but like a lot of people just don't think I'm watching their channel or whatever, because I'm a lot of times I'm lurking. Now, not always, but when I do have time, I throw on YouTube, like if I'm washing dishes, which I will be later, or doing something like that. I'll just see who's on live streams and stuff. I'll try to at least chime in once so they know I'm there. But like videos, I just like my subscription list. I'll just go in there and start playing it and run videos and just listen to it. You look decent for 90. So a lot of times I don't like comment on videos because I'm just kind of listening and doing other things. I try to, but it doesn't always happen. Salt River, but it's a P. Bicentennial. Oh yeah. I mean, it's worn, but it's still got like a lot of the luster and things. Again, there's a spot up there, but the coin cam never does these justice. Whenever you're talking about like cartwheeling and stuff, it's just hard to... I mean, I guess if I pull it way up and readjust and all that, then... Another Ohio Ender? That's funny. I'm hoping... Still got a decent amount. I'm hoping to find something else in here because, for the most part, I think most everything we found was that we set aside was in the customer wrapped room. With the exception of that S. I think that S was in a bankroll. Dun, dun, dun. Nothing yet. I should start. I know a lot of people do them, but I should start doing some auctions. I just am trying to figure out how to locate like wholesalers in my area, you know, because you buy it volume, you get better pricing. I have a wholesaler, but he's in Indiana, and he sells out of, because he's wholesaling, right? Sells out of everything so fast. 2019, but it's a D. War in the Pacific. Darn it. A while back, I bought a bunch of stuff from him. Because you have to stop in. I will call him before I go the couple times that I've gone. Before I go and say, hey, is it worth me making a trip? And he'll tell me whether or not he's got stuff. If he's got stuff, then yeah, it's worth making a trip. Bring some cash. But if he doesn't really have anything, he'll tell me, yeah, no, like I'm pretty much sold out right now. Like, if he has just a little bit of stuff, it'll tell me not even to come because he knows it's not worth my time. But when I did buy from him, I got really good prices. Talking below what I can buy pretty much anywhere at. And I flipped a bunch of it. It was constitutional, a lot of it. And I flipped a bunch of it. But the thing was, I flipped it right before the frickin' price hike. And when junk silver went up in value like crazy, so I sold 7 rolls of dimes and made, minimal profit, right? Because eBay takes fees and things. So, minimal profit. I don't know, $5-10 a roll maybe, with shipping and everything, like all the pennies counted and included. And then, like literally 3 weeks or something later, junk silver's at like ridiculous prices and you can't find it anywhere. And I was like, man, if that wasn't bad timing, I don't know what is. But the people that I sold to were obviously super happy, right? Because they got, and they went pretty quick. They were not up on eBay very long. I think within like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, all of them were gone. One guy I think bought 2 or 3 himself, and they went quick. That's what happens. But I'm trying to figure out if I can find a better wholesaler that's closer, and if I can do that to where I'm not losing my shirt on the purchasing side, then I might actually start doing auctions. But until then, like, I'm, paying retail prices for the most part, pretty much anywhere I go. So there's no way to really run auctions when you're asking too much for an item, right? So that's one of the reasons. Because one of my subscribers emailed me. There's another one of these D bicentennials. One of my subscribers emailed me and asked me. They're like, oh, hey, well, like, are you ever planning on doing auctions? Or maybe they said you should do auctions or something. And I was like, yeah, I've thought about it. But until I can make it like a decent thing on both ends of the table for me and for whoever's buying, there's not really a point. Like, unless it was something like poured silver where we all just realize it's going to be a little more than whatever normal spot price is. Okay, here is a completely beat up River of No Return. If I flip this and it's a W, I'm going to be so mad. No, thank God. It's a P. Like, and I'll show you, it's just horribly, I don't even know what that is. I don't know. I don't even want to touch it. But yeah, when I can make that happen, I think it'll be a better thing for everybody. But like, even my coin shops around here, like the one, I don't go in there all the time, but I've gone in there often. And when I do, I obviously spend. And I asked them one time I went in there. Again, it's not my primary shop, but I was like, hey, like, if I came in here and spent, X amount of dollars every so often, every week or 2 weeks or, whatever, like, could we start, like, giving me, like, more of a bulk discount if I was just, because I was thinking more like grab bags and that kind of thing, like, mixture of silver and coins and whatever. I was like, could we, like, do, like, volume discount? And it was just like, nope, everything is the price that it is. I'm like, so you don't make any deals for like large quantity purchases or nope, everything is what it says. Well then, okay, then you don't want business. Like I don't, and I get it. They don't have like a whole lot of profit margin on some items, but on some of the coins and stuff, I see what they buy them for. They're paying a fraction of the value of a coin when somebody comes in to sell it. They're not even approaching retail value when they purchase things. So there's money in it. I don't know why some of these shops are just hard up, or they just don't want to mess with it or something. I don't know. But when and if I can find a wholesaler over here, then I'll probably be in good shape and we can maybe explore the actual auctions. A lot of it will go up on eBay, but we might do some live in-person auctions. BC USA. Okay. Well, I don't know if you're into coins or silver, but so far, interesting finds. So what I'm doing is I'm hunting quarters from a bank. Interesting finds so far. Pull this up. This United States Marine Corps Toys for Tots coin. Well, sorry, token. I found 2 of those. Found this United States Deputy Sheriff's Association Back the Blue coin token thing. And then just some other stuff that we set aside. Nothing too fancy. 1S mint mark, which should be a mirror-like finish proof, but this was circulated, so you kind of see it there where it looks super shiny, but it's just got circulated a bit, so that took the shine off of it. But the little S mint mark down there. So nothing too crazy, but we're still deep in these rolls. We got about another 10 or 12 left. And so around here, if you're not hip, we collect coins, we stack silver, and those types of things. Plenty of reasons too. 2019, but it's a Philly. There's plenty of reasons to do so. I won't go into all that, but it's a very cool and relaxing hobby. A lot of the people come here just to watch me, see if I find anything. There's kids outside yelling. They just basically like to see if I find anything, chat, whatever. My live streams are very chill. Dun, dun, dun. I want to find more silver. It's been a minute. Or even like a decent proof. I think the last proof quarter that I found, while still being circulated, still had like some cameo to it. Kind of frosty. I would take that. Around here, junkie, 90% is like 25. I think like 24, 25 times face. So it's still very high by comparison. I think the shop I was at yesterday, the junk halves were like $12.75 or $13, something like that. And here's a Lowell, but it's a Philly. Um, yeah, the prices are high. Higher than they should be. I think with the price of silver dropping the way that it did recently. I mean, it's come down a bit, but it's still a little higher than I feel like it should be. I passed up on a bunch of Canadian too. They had a bin of Canadian, but it wasn't much in there, and I was looking at other things, so I passed on it. I did find a Buffalo No Date and a War Nickel in their 75-cent bin, and I even asked them, I'm like, is this supposed to be in here, like the War Nickel? And they said if it's in there, it's 75 cents, and I said thank you, and took that. And the No Date Buffalo, which probably easily could go for $1, I think. Oh, the dog. I forgot about the dog. Come on, baby, go. Okay. She actually lasted out there longer than I thought she would. Depends on what's going on out there. Sometimes she wants to be out for like an hour, and sometimes she wants to be out for 5 minutes. And she does not like going out in the rain. Like on the days where it's raining all day, at some point, like I let her go as long as possible, but then at some point I have to force her out into the rain to use the restroom, and then immediately want to come back in. So very finicky about the wet. She doesn't like baths. She'll tolerate them. She doesn't like them. How much for Canadian? Oh, that I don't know, because like the amount matters. They always claim to do like maybe a percentage over spot, maybe 10% over spot or something. But then, they have to know what they're doing as far as what the purity is. But I think the last time I remember really, asking prices on that was, maybe 10% over spot. But then at that place that I got that, I think I got burnt. I don't have it all together anymore. But pretty sure I got like a clad quarter and some other stuff that we thought was 80 and was only 50, or some things like that. So that was kind of upsetting, because they ran the calculation as if everything was 80, if I remember correctly. So I got some 50, and I'm pretty sure I got a clad quarter, because it was I want to say it was 70 or something was the year, like mid or high 70s. No bueno. Yeah, the Canadian stuff is nice, and world coins are fun. You just gotta do it right. I know I'm kind of kicking myself in the tail. It was a while ago. I bought that drop lot from Big Flip. I think that was around Christmas time, and it had a whole bunch of that foreign silver lots. He was doing them by the gram at that time or whatever. And I had 3 different bags or something. And I went through it all, I looked up every coin, recorded how much I had, what the ASW was, and like really did it all up. And then I put them on eBay. And I won't say who, but one of y'all um, discovered that and sent me an offer. Not even what I was asking for it, but like an offer. So like, I don't think we really went back and forth much, but because I know him and everything's good from the channel, I was just like, yeah, no problem, and I sold it. And then now, looking back, I'm like, like now I'm kind of thinking I want to start grabbing more of that kind of stuff, but only when you can grab like a pile of it at once, because it's cheap silver. It might be a pain to sell, but if you do the work of like literally writing it down, doing the research on the coins, you know what it is. It can get confusing. Some people, like coin shops or whoever, might not like it, but they're still silver coins. And if you write it down, then you know what it weighs, how much of it's silver, and you pull out your calculator or whatever. I think that's not bad. Plus, it's just cool to like not stare at the same damn thing all the time. That's what got me with buffaloes. And they're kind of starting to get better about that with the different versions and things, but like buffalo stacking is boring as shit. I mean, I guess it's fun if you care about the size of your stack, but for like, having something to show or look through or play with, it's not very good. You can only do so many buffaloes before you're bored. I need another bin. How many more rolls? Got about 8 rolls. I never need it, but you know how that goes. 90%. I don't know. Even like right now, like 22s. That's way too low to be asking. I could probably take some. I'll send you an email after the stream, and you can tell me like what you're sitting on or what you have, and I'll see what, because I know I want to probably add to that pack before we send it anyway, because I don't remember what you have for me, but if I remember right, it's probably not like a whole lot. And so when we're shipping from the great land of Canada, through the customs and everything, we might as well make it worth both our whiles, right? Plus, I will say, you have the best prices on Canadian junk, I think, that I get anywhere. I'd have to add up, the shipping cost and recalculate, but I think just like in general, based on availability and everything else, like you're just my main place to buy any volume of Canadian junk, because nobody else, like I can't think of any coin shop I've walked into around here, I don't think at all, that had like a roll of anything. Like they might have a pile of it, but it's probably not a whole roll of like quarters or dimes. Like they never have a whole lot. So to get anything substantial, you're really my source. And your price is better, if not comparable to what I'd already be paying anyway. Okay, I need another bin. Hold on. piles of coins. Just gonna use this one. It'll get us through these 8 rolls, I think, and then we'll be done. Speaking of which, we'll have to do another giveaway here soon. I think the last one was just Annette and Coin Junkie, which is fine. There's only a few people in here anyway. It's Sunday. It's like 4 o'clock. Actually, I need to wrap this up and go get me some dinner. I'm hungry. I don't think I ate lunch. I ate like a late breakfast. That always messes me up. Like brunch might be delicious, but it's an evil thing because it throws me off of like my... No, I don't have like a schedule, but you know, like the rough dinner time kind of idea. Then I don't want to eat, you know, usually too early or too late, but then like 3 or 4 in the afternoon like this, I'm starving. Messes me all up. And then we'll look up, before we end the stream, we might look up a couple of these tokens and see if they're, I doubt they're actually like worth anything. The Toys for Tots ones are cool. But like that Sheriff's one, the back the blue or whatever, I can't imagine that thing is worth. It's probably not even worth the 25 cents I technically paid for it. Arizona, no cactus. Why are you shiny? Ha ha! Yes! Another S. Oh, look at that. Bad placement. Sorry, guys. I saw the shiny, but it's another one like our other one, to where it's got so much chatter. We're kind of screwed, but it's a Washington. Ooh, it's got a little cameo on the back. Hey, that's what I said, didn't I? I said I'd even be okay with a proof with a little cameo, and the back's got a bit. That's all right. I'll take it. And it, you know, and it's an 89. So I'll say this. It may not be like a whole lot of anything great because it's just a clad S mint mark, but at least it's a Washington and not like one of the national parks or any of that. So there we go. 2 proofs. And we still got some more to go. I had a feeling. I had a feeling there was still something else in this box. So, fingers crossed, maybe we'll even get more lucky. But right now, we're going to focus up. It's, and those ones like that, I mean, that one actually was in better shape than the previous one. But that's why I was looking at it. I was like, wait a minute, why are you heard me. Why are you so shiny? What's going on here? That's why, especially when you're looking through coins, I, off to the side here, have like a desk lamp thing. It's real important to have good light. Plus, at this time of day, there's a lot of natural light coming in the window that's right here. You gotta have good light. Like decent light. To be able to just catch stuff like that, because if you're not looking at it right on, it just looks like another 1989 quarter. Doesn't look like anything special. Yeah, sometimes we get, and you know, stuff like that, it's not, again, that falls into the category of it's too circulated to really be worth a whole lot of anything, but it's still really cool, number one, to just find them in a roll. Okay, you're really pretty. 2017. So are you. What are you? D, South Carolina. Okay, so maybe part of a collection dump is now we're getting like some really pretty coins from like 2000. Maybe mixed in with like Bessie Coleman's. Oh wait. Yes. Okay. 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 I haven't even flipped it yet. Alright. So I'm sure it's clad. Yeah. What is it? It's another Tuskegee Airman, better than the first one. Alright. Sweet. What is going on with these rolls? Definitely part of a collection dump of some kind. Let me get all this off the table. Okay. It's the shiny, man. It's the shiny. So, Salt River, but it's a P. P. What are you? 89. 80. Okay. Alright, we have 6 rolls left. I got one on the table. I'm just going to pull all these so we can get this done. Alright, that's 3 S mint marks we've found so far. 2 die chips. Really nice 2011 Olympic with some schmutz on it. The Toned Up Maryland. The really nice, I think that was like an 89 Washington with like, it's like AU 55-ish, I think Junkie said, which I would probably agree with. And then what is that? Some kind of P, I don't know why I saved that one. I'd have to look at the backside, and I'm not picking it up right now. But yeah, we have, I will say this. There's more stuff on the table than we normally see in our quarter hunts. So, that is really cool. I'm very happy about that. And then, I might as well film a short or two when we're done. I'm trying not to do too many of them. But, at this point, like, it almost really doesn't matter. I'm going to eventually get the watch time. So it's not that big a deal. It's just going to take time. 72D. I just don't want to flood the channel with shorts like I was doing early on. '94 is a little too nice, but the breast feathers and everything were gone on the back. Is that? Yeah, a little bit. The light's messing with it. Yeah, there's a little bit. I guess we can throw that in the die chip pile. Why not? I'm feeling pretty good. 2017. Philly 92. Alright. So, we're rounding on the far side of this thing. Decent looking 94. Breast feathers gone. We will do another giveaway before we are done. Oklahoma and South Carolina. 2 really nice looking coins. Come on, what's left in these rolls? We got 3 grams on the table. For anyone that made it this far, we'll do 3 grams for the last one. We might as well. I don't know why I left them on the table, but I did. So we'll do that. When we hit like three rolls left, why not? Marsh Billings, but it's a Philly. Delaware, but no die chip. I will never, like, I have not found one of those spitting horses yet. You know how many coins I've looked through? I just still have yet to find one. There's another mildly popular one too that I haven't found. Salt River, but it's a Philly. Decent looking Virginia. Sorry about that. That was a little louder than I wanted. Maybe one of these times I should just take some of this. Is there like a micro D on a 70? Because that looks weird to me. Hold on, let me get my Google. Washington quarter 70D. Well, see, and that's why I don't like PCGS, because they don't really say a whole lot about, like, repunched mint marks, unless they call those double dies. I don't really see anything on their site about. I see all the other, like, FS this and that, but okay, hold on. So the one that I'm looking at here, we'll for a minute, and I'll pull this over. So the one I'm looking at is kind of up there by the ponytail. I'm throwing silver now. There we go. Okay, so, well, now I can't see the damn screen. Hold on. Let me move the Streamlabs. There we go. Okay, are you guys still seeing? Yeah, okay. So, mine looks closer than that, though. So, let me add in the coin cam. Come on. Oh, I'm looking. My mind's fried. Hold on. Add source. Video capture device. Add source. Coin cam. Add source. Too big. Way too big. Okay. So, we'll just tuck this guy up here for now. So, if you look at where mine's at, mine's there, but mine's like literally on the ponytail. So I'll see if I can get in on this a little more. Come on, focus. You see? And so this one's spaced out a lot more, but this is some kind of, I don't know what's doubled on this one. But we can go back and 70D. Okay, that was the 802. Here's the 801, whatever this is. Okay, that's a different looking D. it's still kind of up there, but I feel like mine's closer, much closer than that one is. Mine's like literally almost on the bow of the ponytail. I know I'm off on a tangent here, guys. Forgive me. It just looked weird because the mint marks are never really... Okay, they don't have a picture of this one at all. $2,000. MS65. 2012. Jeez. Okay. Let's look at the regular one. So that was the 102. Here, let's look at the 101. See if there's a picture of that. Okay, there is. And that still looks like it has way more space than mine. Not by much, but that's off. And I can't make it bigger. Hold on, Frostbite. Make what? My D bigger? I think there's pills for that. Here, I'll move. Oh, wrong thing. Quit. There. Let me move this over here and make it larger. And then I'll see if I can get the picture better. Yeah, it's literally like a millimeter or two from it. And so here's the regular one, what they're showing. Well, I don't know. Now that I look at that, that looks closer to, if it'll stay up, that looks closer to what I have. That one is actually pretty close. So what does it say? Regular strike, FS 101, and then FS 027.3. I don't know what that means. I don't... There's some doubling on the 7 and the O, maybe? Is that what that... And the 1... Oh, yeah. It's the 1970. I see it. A little bit. Still curious about that D. Mine just... That one's closer. But the other ones looked like it was, like, out a little more. So maybe I just got a business strike. Oh, In God We Trust is doubled too. Okay. No wonder why this is worth so much money. Well, let's look around this coin a little more. I don't know. Those letters look fat, but it's hard to tell. Let me pull this up a bit and refocus. Show me your quarter. You should be looking at my quarter. Right? I see like what looks like machine doubling, maybe, if I see anything on that. Maybe machine doubling. The other one that we were seeing was much more obvious. So this, I don't think, is doubled at all. The 1's not nearly fat enough. The 7's got too much detail. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think we can quit scrutinizing this exact quarter. Okay. I don't think we got anything. I can't. You're okay. So let's do what Frostbite's asking. We'll get really close up on In God We Trust. And then we'll switch real quick since we don't need that. We'll go to, come on, computer. I'm losing my marbles. Coin cam large. There we go. So, yeah, I don't see anything on that one because as I was looking at this other one, the T is like super fat. Like you can just tell. The R as well. I mean, we're close, but we're not there. I don't think. It's just not like big enough. I think if there's anything there, it's machine doubling at best. Alright, we'll do that. So, I'm going to put that aside and let Frostbite take a better look at it. So he can check it. But, we got really close to maybe finding something. Just that mint mark was... It just seemed like it was almost on top of the bow. Seemed odd. We already got through all these. Okay. We're down to this roll. And then we'll do the giveaway. And then we will get some dinner. What sounds good? I'm kind of thinking Mexican. I ordered a pizza last night because I'm lazy. And that was fine, but now I'm like more on the flavor thing. Wyoming. That'll be a good excuse too, Frostbite, to send you the rest of the stuff that I was supposed to send you. Oh, a Lowell, but it's a P. Crossing the Delaware. No dyed chip. I'm gonna get through it here, guys. We're gonna power through it. Guys and gals. 22, 85p. Chickasaw. What are you? Huh. 81 just looked a little funny. Wanted to make sure before I passed it up. Okay, Wilma Mankiller. Got a Marsh Billings coming up. Marsh Billings is a filly, of course. Alright, we made it. Okay. 3 grams of silver. Now if Frostbite wins, this will just save me a stamp. So that would work out. What am I doing? Go in here, because now I switched the displays over there. Everything's backwards. Because the display screen is set up to display the one in front of me and not the one to my side. Gotta love stuff. 10 silver dust? Is that all you got? Oh, jeez. Coin junkie over here gambling his life away. Ooh, you know what? I didn't think about that. Could do like the live stream thing. I remember we were talking about rewards for the silver dust. Like maybe you could actually buy something with the silver dust. I'll have to look into that more. Maybe then you could just put some stuff up. And people could purchase stuff with it. And then they wouldn't gamble it away. Or maybe they would. And it would not be in my favor. 81p. Decent looking 66. What is that? D 2021, no die chip. We are making progress. I see the entries. Philly. Ada Mae Wong. One minute remaining to enter the giveaway. DP. Oh, one of the times I was searching coins when I wasn't streaming, somewhere in that block, I found another Mount Rushmore die chip, which I thought was pretty cool. I only had one before that. I don't think it's as good as my first one, but still a decent die chip for Rushmore. So that's what I need to do. I need to put together another die chip lot. I sold one on eBay a while back of just, I think it was like 18 or 20 quarters, somewhere there, with just various die chips of different kinds. And I sold them on eBay. I forget what I sold them for, but I think it was like, I don't know, like somewhere around 50 cents a coin or something, which still theoretically, based on what people pay for individual coins with die chips of those nature, like the ones that I sold, whoever bought it from me still made out like a bandit. But I think I got, yeah, about 50 cents a coin. But I've stacked a bunch of them. I have bags of. It's a really nice Tuskegee Airman Philly. What is going on with these coins? It was really hopeful with 3 proofs in here. River of No Return, but it's a Philly. I was really kind of hoping we would find, you know, something else, but I guess that's not bad. It's better than a skunk box. Okay, time's up. It's behind the camera. Ah! Lyle. Okay, I'm gonna have to get creative on that one, because I might have to open up your... Yeah, now I'm going to have to open up your envelope and reseal it. But that ain't up. This one's it. I'll slice it open. On the side, and then I'll tape it. Back shut, so you know everything's good. Now it's getting heavy. Did I staple this one? I did. I have to staple another bag in there. All right, 2 rolls. 2 rolls? 1 roll left. Oh. Why did I think I had 2 rolls left? I guess I just went through that last one really quick. Okay, so we're going to roll this one up tight so it doesn't jingle. I don't like that, though. We'll do this. There we go. Mail is so much fun. I've had good success with these letters, though, when I have to do them. I have not had anyone that's complained that they've never got it. So far we're batting 1,000. Come on, get back in there. Alright. Now I'll just tape it back up and we'll be good. Complete the giveaway. Alright. You know, I can't figure this out. This packing tape stuff, super sticky, right? It's like some of the best tape for anything. It will not stay stuck to this table, and I don't know why. I can put it on there and like rub it in, you know, to try to make it stick. It comes right off. It's nuts. Okay. So we cut it open, and now we're going to tape it back shut. Oh! Was I showing that? I can't replay it. Okay. I'll delete the stream when we're done. I think I was good, but who knows. My bad. Wait, it's a P.O. box anyway, right? Yeah, okay, we're good. Can anyone find your P.O. box? Alright. One roll left. Sorry about that. Occasionally, even I have a lapse in judgment. I'm getting hungry. I think I'm thinking Mexican. All right. Fingers crossed, but we'll see. 2,000. Ooh. Nebraska. Wilma Mankiller. Ada Mae Wong. Another Tuskegee Airman. Denver Tuskegee Airman. Oh, you're pretty. 2019, but it's a Philly. Alright, we're getting there, we're getting there. River No Return, but it's a Philly. Chickasaw. Nada. Okay. So, not too bad though. Really? This was only $400 in quarters. 300 of it, well, maybe 310 of it bank wrapped, and then the 90 of customer wrapped stuff. A good amount of stuff came out of the customer wrapped stuff. Some pretty coins, and then this I gotta send to Frostbite. But we got the tokens. We got that one toner, which I still don't. It's almost probably artificial, but who knows? And then 3 S Mint marks. One really nice 2011. We're gonna see if we can maybe clean it up, and by clean up I mean just get the schmutz off of it, but we'll see. And then we got these tokens. We're gonna look up real quick and see what we find out. So we'll check eBay sold listings and see if anyone's selling them for anything. I don't. There's probably a database somewhere for tokens, but those. I'm not mad at anyone that does tokens, but those people are loony because information is hard to get. Like there's, I mean, you think coins are tricky, like tokens are. Some of them are worth a ton of money because they're just the information is barely even there half the time. So like something could be useless because it's rare, or something could be extremely expensive because it's rare. And something can also be rare and have a bunch of them, like by comparison, and something can be rare and they're almost non-existent. And the opposite can be true. Tokens are really strange. And that's one of the reasons why I don't really go for tokens. So let's go to eBay. Sold listings. What would you call that? Marines, toys for tots, token. Oh wow! Apparently they must do this, because I see one. Here, I'll show you guys. We'll go to display screen. Oh, I moved everything, didn't I? God, I'm an idiot. Okay, so here's one. Who knows what they accepted it for, but 2009. It looks like. I wonder what the back looks like. Is that our guy? Where'd it go? No, that ain't even ours. That's the one with the actual Toys for Tots. Ours is a bear, and it doesn't say a year on it. So hold on. They accepted a offer on that for less than $6. There's another one that's selling for $90. Here's a 3-pack that looks closer to ours, going for about $1 a piece. This for sure looks like ours. This one sold for $3 plus $1 ship. What's the back look like? Yep, there's our guy. So, okay, so this is they're calling it a challenge coin. I don't think it's a challenge coin. Maybe it is. I don't see a whole lot of detail on it. As here, kill this. So $3. This one looks like the same one. That one sold for $10. What? Something got to be wrong with that one. $1.50 plus 5 ship. There's a 6-pack for $5.99. The bear and the train. Yeah, it seems like prices are kind of all over the place. But yeah, I mean a couple of bucks at least. Maybe. I might even, I don't know, put them up on eBay or something. So then let's check. Okay, $3 for the back of the blue sold. That one doesn't have, if that is the same one, that doesn't have the coating on it. And those are going to be the only examples, but one of those sold for $3 plus $1.25 shipping. That's not bad. Sold June 16th. That's like not that long ago. Okay, so I will get rid of this. We'll go back to the coin roll hunt screen. All right, Josh. Yeah, let me know, cause I got the Toys for Tots. Both of them are the same, but they're nice. United States Marines coins, and then I also got this U.S. Deputy Sheriff's Association back the blue, which could trigger some people, but it's still a pretty cool coin, and it's got like a coating on it. Like if you look at the rim's metal there. Like whatever they did, something, I don't know. I doubt it's like plating. I mean, I guess it could be, but it's something to give it that gold look. So yeah, I got those. You know how to get a hold of me, Josh. And it's good to see you, Josh. I know we're at the tail end, but we found these tokens. We found a couple really nice coins, like one, again, I'm no expert, but one of these Washington quarters, I'd swear, is probably gradable. And then this is just another really nice South Carolina, which I probably have a million of. At this point, I found 3 die chips, one really weird toner, and that's the only reason why I kept it. It's in great shape, but it's just got this really weird, like, goldish brown kind of toning on it. So we're keeping that. That's a Maryland. 3 S mint marks, all of them clad, none of them silver. 2 Tuskegee Airmen and a Washington. And the Washington, the back's actually got a little cameo still to it. The front's a little on the beat up side. But, well, the front might have cameo too, a little bit, but it's hard to tell because the fields are so chattered up. But the back still does, so that's what I like. I'm happy about that. Oh, Josh, I mean, for the tokens, I mean, what do we look them up? Like, maybe a couple of bucks? I mean, hell, if it's all the same, like, drop me an email, like, figure it out, maybe I'll just send them to you. Like, they don't weigh that much. Yeah, I don't care. That's not like I'm making bank on them or they're worth a lot or anything. They are cool. But yeah, if you know somebody that might want them or it would mean more to somebody else than it would to me, then by all means, let me know. And we'll figure it out. Yeah, so, and this is the thing. Something's going on at my banks. Okay? I'm actually about to sign up to another one, I think. For obvious reasons. But over the last few months, the customer wrap stuff, people are dropping off. Like all the state quarters that I have that are rolled up. Things like this, like the customer wrap stuff, kind of better than the bank wrap stuff. I mean, it's a toss-up, you know, from time to time. You know, sometimes there's nothing in either. But right now, it's just been like, there's the state quarters. I'm getting those. I'm getting stuff like this. It's been very, I'm not going to say lucrative, but fun, exciting, because there's been consistently something in the rolls for a while. And quarters seem to be real hot. Halves are always touch and go over here. Like you start bringing up halves and they hate you. Like I don't know why it is. Maybe just because they cannot use them for anything else and nobody ever asked for them. I don't know. But as far as everything else, it's been going really good. We found silver in most of our quarter boxes or dime boxes. My head is not working. We found silver in most of our recent nickel boxes. I think like 2 out of the last like 3 or 4 at least we found silver. We found that one still hiding up here, the V nickel, a time or 2 ago. Still got that guy sitting here. We're not doing too bad as of recent. It's not always silver. It's not always glamorous. You don't always get, rolls of silver $half dropped off at the bank, or, you get a American Silver Eagle for $1 at the bank. Those things happen, but it's been really good lately. And just finding stuff is the point. Having fun, searching through. Rolling them back up is always a pain, but I've gotten pretty good at it. So anyway, Josh, you're all taped back up, so when you get this back and it's all taped and looks weird, you know why. Yeah. Alright, I think I'm going to go get some food. I got a video dropping soon. I got to double check again. I can't remember if I said it for tonight or tomorrow. But another video dropping soon, and I will catch you guys later. I'll be gone most of the week, but I will grab some more coins for more live streams and coin roll hunts next weekend, for sure. Alright, I will talk to you guys soon. Thank everyone for hanging out. Well, then maybe you'll get this one, Josh. Send me an email. Alright, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next